would like to have some more of its products or players as toys. In keeping with our Pennsylvania theme, we might mention the Pittsburgh Penguins, one of the favorites for this year's Stanley Cup. The NHL playoffs are underway. First Game 7 face-off tonight between the Montreal Canadiens and the Boston Bruins. NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman is here to talk puck, playoffs, and the business of hockey. Thank you very much for joining us today, Mr. Commissioner.
It's good to be with you.
Since the work stoppage, the NHL has experienced 3 straight years of growth with attendance records broken year to year. Ratings and franchise values are on the rise, but still in popularity, you're not even close to baseball, football, or basketball. Was the lockout working? You had momentum going at that point. How do you get it back?
Well, actually, I'm not sure that when you say we're not even close, that's accurate. Depends on how you're measuring. In terms of our attendance, we played at 93.6% of capacity this year. Our fans tend to be the most connected to our game. And frankly, we were having severe problems leading up to the work stoppage. So by creating a system where all of our teams can now be healthy and can afford to be competitive, we think what we've given our fans this past season as it relates to competitive balance may be unrivaled in any sport.
You mentioned healthy there. Has the salary cap helped the financial health of the teams?
Absolutely. Before we began the work stoppage, player salaries probably consumed about 75% of our revenues, and now, based on the way the salary cap system works, the players get anywhere between 54 and ultimately 57% of our revenues. So the percentage of our revenues going out in player salaries is down, but more importantly, and it's the point I made before, is all of our teams are virtually competitive now. We had probably 25 of our 30 teams still in the mix as we went through the end of the regular season, figuring out who qualified for the postseason, and the playoffs have been incredible. Every game of the playoffs has been sold out so far.
And do you still have franchises in trouble? Nashville wanted to move. Washington and Florida have always had trouble drawing fans. Even Pittsburgh, with all their success on the ice, has had trouble with their arena.
These are all things that were afflicting us before the work stoppage. To the extent that we had so-called troubled franchises, they're not nearly as troubled as they once were. No franchise right now is in jeopardy of folding or moving. One of the reasons that we had to go through a difficult period through the work stoppage was because we didn't have a system that worked, and it was affecting our franchise's health and what the game looked like on the ice. So by creating a partnership with the players, by having a salary cap, we now have a system that works for everybody, most importantly for our fans.
You now have an NHL network online with some new features, undoubtedly, for this season. What's the best one?
Well, we have the hockey show, which is really an entertainment show around hockey, which is produced every day during the week. We have 7 broadband channels, and at a point in time where some fans, after their team gets eliminated, stops looking at NHL.com or any of the websites for any of the leagues as often as they did, our traffic increased 30